Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The debate over wearing of hijab in educational institutions in Karnataka hasn't ended yet. And even before the Supreme Court can decide on the issue, a new controversy has erupted in the state of Telangana. It's a case of shocking discrimination that has come to the fore from Telangana's Adilabad. On the 16th of October at the Vidyarthi Junior and Degree College in Adilabad, where state services examination were taking place, Hindu women were asked to remove and leave behind their ornaments, including their bangles, their earrings, their toe rings, even their Mangalsutra and chains, by the security personnel before entering the exam center. Whereas on the other hand, it is being stated that Muslim women were seen entering the examination center wearing burqa and no one, including the police personnel, stopped them to check. Look at this video, ladies and gentlemen. A woman clad in a burqa can be clearly seen entering the exam center, while other women are being seen removing their jewelry before being allowed to sit for the exam. Who allowed this to happen? Did the police have instructions from the state? The KCR government has denied any involvement in this matter and said that there was no partiality to any community, but the SP of Adilabad confirmed to Times Now that the mistake did happen. Even the principal of the degree college confirmed to us that it was the state police, not the college, that barred the Mangalsutra. Listen in to what the TRS has said.
We are talking about one particular center, and the Group 1 examination of Telangana State Public Service Commission was conducted in 1019 centers, and no issues have been reported anywhere in these rest of the 1018 centers. So Bharatiya Janata Party has picked up some selective videos and have circulated it.
The BJP has slammed the KCR government and accused it of appeasement of the minority community in the state. The BJP has said that it is the anti-Hindu government of Chief Minister KCR that is responsible for the situation.
This is a coercive anti-Hindu policy of the Telangana government, and I think such discriminatory practices by the government and their agencies are bound to create sharp polarization and bitterness among the people. A state has the moral duty to provide the constructive secularism in the state.
KCR की सरकार और उसकी कार दोनों का स्टीयरिंग MIM के हाथ में है और अवैसी साहब सरकार चला रहे हैं और तेलंगाना में अवैसी का एजेंडा सांप्रदायिक एजेंडा लागू किया.
The reports that are coming, it seems that those who were in burqa, they were not checked, whereas there is claims and allegations that ladies were asked to remove their Mangalsutras. Now you can't have this kind of discrimination happening at the gate of an examination, because the institution and the examination is not religious by any nature.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, why is the TRS government treating Hindus as second-class citizens in Telangana? Do Hindu women have similar rights as Muslim women in Telangana or not? From not being allowed to manage temples such as Tirupati, Vaishno Devi, Shani, Signapur in different states, to now frisking at exam centers and not being allowed to wear their Mangalsutras and other ornaments. Is this discrimination that is being meted out? This minority appeasement by KCR government has been rejected not only by Hindu activists, by even Muslim clerics. Listen in.
देखिए, हमारे मुल्क के अंदर किसी को भी यह हक और इख्तियार नहीं है कि किसी की भी धार्मिक आज़ादी को, धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता को छीना जाए. कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन, कोई भी इदारा न तो हिजाब पर पाबंदी लगा सकता है और न लगाना चाहिए, और न ही किसी के भी धार्मिक पहनावे पर, धार्मिक उच्चारण पर उसको पाबंदी आयद करनी चाहिए. जिस तरीके से हमारा फंडामेंटल राइट हमारी बहनों का है कि वो हिजाब को धारण करके इंस्टीट्यूशन और इदारे में दाखिल हों, इसी तरह हमारे हिंदू भाइयों की भी कुछ धार्मिक आस्थाएं हैं, उसी बिना पर वो मंगलसूत्र और दूसरी चीजें धारण करती हैं.
I condemn it because you cannot be selective. You cannot divide between Hindu and Muslim. We believe in unity in diversity. And this is a gist of our constitution also. But I think these type of issues are raised and brought just because not to address the main issues that concern to common man. They just want to brush those issues under the carpet.
So the legitimate question we're asking on the Newshour tonight: are exam centers allowed to have discrimination on the basis of religion? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining me on the debate tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP, Nighat Abbas, political analyst, Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate, Professor Atiq Ur Rehman, political analyst, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst. But my first question goes to Dr. Lagani Srinivas, leader of the Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti, or the TRS, call it what you will. Thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour tonight, Dr. Lagani Srinivas. This unfortunate incident that has been reported from Adilabad, I want to ask you, was this something that happened just out of sheer negligence, or is there a thought process that kind of pushes people to take decisions where women are even asked to remove their Mangalsutra, whereas women with burqas are allowed to just walk into an examination center? Where does this come from, Mr. Srinivas?
Thank you, Navika ji. Actually, thank you very much, and very good evening to all the viewers of Times Now. See, I want to tell you very openly, this is a prestigious exam conducted by the Telangana Public Service Commission. A wonderful body had been functioning ever since the state formation done. They have done multiple examinations, and Group 1 exam is a prestigious exam because all the candidates who are selected here, after 10 or 15 years, there is an echo coming.
Okay, we'll try and correct that.
There will be like a civil servants, they'll get to the civil servant. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for this prestigious exam, there are more than 3 lakh students applied, and out of which 75% students have attended this exam. So 2,86,000 precisely have attended this exam. This examination has been conducted in 1,019 centers across the state. All the centers, everything is done very smooth, and government was actually properly planned everything, and there is a specific guidelines and instructions given to the candidate. So nowhere it is clearly mentioned that there is a religious discrimination as per the guidelines. So this kind of issues, whatever is cropping up, is raised by particular section to get the political advantage in Telangana. Telangana is a
I agree to your charge, and I will ask Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi to respond. But I want to ask you, did this incident happen? Yes or no? Are the visuals on the screen that people of the country are watching, are these false? Or did this really happen? Did it happen or not?
See, Navika ji, if it happens, we also condemn it. I mean, there is no doubt in that. See, but we have to understand, government definitely will not encourage such kind of issues anywhere. This might have happened because of the security.
Okay, so it happened. There, so you are agreeing that this happened.
We'll have to.
Srinivas ji, what is the action that has been taken?
We'll have to. Navika ji, we'll have to verify it thoroughly. See, we will have to verify it thoroughly. In today's scenario, we cannot trust whatever is showing on the social media, right? Everybody agrees.
Okay. You cannot trust what is being seen on social media or what Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi's party is saying. Well, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, they don't trust what is being seen on social media, but they haven't seen probably on social media the SP of Adilabad also admitting that this happened. The principal of the school also admitted that this happened, but they don't trust social media. They don't trust their own SP. They don't trust the principal of the school. They say this is an issue that has unnecessarily been politicized by the BJP. Respond, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Navika ji, look how they ridicule themselves by giving these type of amusing logic. That there was no instruction given for any religious discrimination. As if there could have been a possibility that one religion can be demarcated against the other religion. Which is, ये भी इको हो रहा, जरा ठीक करवा दीजिएगा. This is which has become a typical characteristic of the Telangana government. On one hand, they are saying that they do not believe on what has happened and they yet to verify, despite the fact that the evening has come. We are sitting in the night. Still, they are saying this is yet to be verified. But their preconceived notion is very well verified, well in advance, that this is being raised by any political group for the political advantage. What an amusing logic. One hand, you are not saying, then even if it has happened, what action has been taken? If there was a clear categorical order that there should not be any religious discrimination. And third thing, in any public service commission examinations, all over the country, all over the world, in any examination, person's face has to be verified. Was it verified? I'm just asking a question. If person's identity is not verified by looking with the ID card and the face, then what was the guarantee that under the burqa the same person was there or any other person was there? I think they will again say we have to verify this. Then in every aspect we have to verify it, if despite the fact that
this
the
is
SSP
absolutely
has
an
not
allegation,
taken any
sir.
action, but
there
the
is a fingerprint
notion of
there.
the political allegation is already well proved and advised. So I want an answer.
Well, let me ask Mr. Atiq Ur Rehman. Mr. Atiq Ur Rehman,
sir, if it is
it's an important point raised by Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, who said verification of the incident has not been done 12 or 14 hours after the incident occurred and surfaced on social media. The exam actually happened on the 16th of October. They haven't taken any action 16 hours later. I want to ask you, but they're very clear that the manner in which the BJP is raising this is politicization. How do they know that, but they don't know the facts of the matter as of now?
Navika ji, what has happened is very much condemnable. But the fact of the matter is, the BJP demanding a complete inquiry, the BJP demanding that it should not be happening, is just a vulture, attitude of the BJP and the RSS. Tell me one thing, which is the strongest political party in India right now? The BJP. Which is the strongest organization in India? That is the RSS. I am very much sure, 200% sure, that what has happened are the BJP cadre. They are doing it so that they can have their vulture politics on this, vulture condemnation of this. They are harping on these matters so that they can garner and consolidate the Hindutva elements. For
my God, that's a huge charge. That's a huge charge you're making. So let me get in Mr. Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas, do you think the RSS and the BJP has done this, as Atiq Ur Rehman says? Have you verified that? Has the BJP RSS cadre done this and asked people to discriminate between the Hindu women going in and Muslim women going in? Do you agree with Atiq Ur Rehman?
See, Navika ji, in fact, that is his perspective. Let me put it my perspective here. See, there is a clear guidelines, as I explained to you. I can read out to the viewers of Times now very clearly. For this hall ticket, from this hall ticket of Group 1, reading out, there is a 26 guidelines and instructions given in the hall ticket. One of the guidelines, which I am reading out now, clearly mentions candidates are not allowed to bring calculators, mathematical tables, logbooks, pagers, cell phones, tablets, pens, Bluetooth devices, watch, log tables, wallet, etc. And also there is an important point, any other gadgets or recording instruments strapped on their body or pockets. Possession of the same will lead to invalidation of candidature for the exam.
Mangalsutra is a recorder strapped to the body of the woman.
Please, Navika ji.
Is the Mangalsutra a recorder strapped to the body of a woman who was asked to remove it?
Navika ji, please, talk to any of the police officers in Telangana. For every student, there is a thorough checking happened across. That is the reason they have followed the guidelines of the security.
So the
whatever the
guidelines says that the Mangalsutra can be a recorder, but a burqa cannot have a Bluetooth. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please respond to the charges. Charges that have been put up both by Atiq Ur Rehman and Mr. Srinivas. No, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Amusing and pathetic logics are being given by Atiq Ur Rehman and the representative of the TRS.
Let me complete my sentence.
I just want to ask one question.
Since last 3 months, 4 months, what is happening in Telangana is...
Complete, okay.
Last 3-4 months, what is happening in Telangana is there is a divisive politics happening. For every issue, there is a Hindu-Mussalman. For every issue, religion is coming into picture. There is a lot of things happening in Telangana. Telangana is a progressive state. We have achieved much bigger than what all our neighboring states have achieved.
Okay.
So please focus on that. Why are we getting into this politicized?
So the issue of Mangalsutra being asked to be taken off is not within the rights of people of India to ask questions on. Are you saying that? Are you saying that we cannot raise the issue?
I'm a Hindu. In fact, my own family people have attended the examination, and we did not face any such kind of discrimination.
But here in Adilabad it did happen. The visuals are there.
Actually, there are...
1 minute. Now, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is responding to you. Dr. Trivedi.
I want to come in. Navika, I want to come in.
Dr. Trivedi, I am lowering all other faders.
This type of logic which is being given now, I want to ask you a very technical question. If you are reading the law book or the rules which is provided for the examination, that any gadget, Bluetooth, others, so I want to ask, for how many women you have take out the burqa and verified that they are not wearing anything on their body, which you have done for a Hindu woman? Second thing, kitno ke taweez check kiye? Mangalsutra can be a susceptible device, but taweez couldn't be a susceptible device. I want an answer. Do you have any proof that how many you have clarified the burqa and verified, and in how many you have asked them to remove the taweez? I want an answer. Who is doing this
respond. Srinivas ji, respond.
How in airports?
Because,
sir, Navika ji, let me answer. How in airports the security is done. How the people, the CISF people in the airports will do the process. The same has been followed here also in all the centers, in 1018 centers. Only in one center, probably because that particular officer probably have not followed, or this might have actually happened outside. There is a clear guidelines even to the police officers that the entire thorough process is done as per the guidelines. So how does it happen in airports? We know, right?
Why are you mixing up airports?
This is how
who is asked to remove a Mangalsutra? I have not seen anybody being asked to remove a Mangalsutra in the airport.
Navika ji, nobody in an airport is allowed to go in the burqa. Anywhere in the world. Nobody in airport, not only in India, anywhere in the world is allowed to go in burqa. Doesn't he know anything about it? And I am asking, forget about one incident. For how many you have verified in the burqa? I think in Hyderabad there is a sizable Muslim population. So there will be numerous people wearing taweez, numerous girls wearing burqa. How many you have verified? Can you give the data? Or just a preconceived notion and allegation that RSS is doing
doesn't
this?
They have the constitution right, whatever they wanted to wear?
Done.
I mean, sir, does it?
So that's why I'm saying.
Don't they have
and the Hindu woman doesn't have the constitution right of what they want to wear.
You have to respect every Indian. Sir,
that's why I'm saying that you are contradicting yourself.
So the Mangalsutra wearing woman is not an Indian. No, Mangalsutra wearing woman, bangles wearing woman is not an Indian, but burqa wearing woman is an Indian. Now, Tehseen Poonawalla, I want to ask you. is this discrimination or is this not discrimination?
My own family went for examination.
Will you
my family members went for examination.
Srinivasji, if I can please answer.
Discrimination.
Srinivasji, if I can please answer. Yeah. 1,019 centers, as Srinivasji said. I've got in touch with Uday Kumar Reddy. This particular incident, first, let's get your facts clear, happened at only one center. The guidelines that Sudhanshuji is talking about are Government of India guidelines under which the TRS public service exams conducted, is the Government of India competitive exam guidelines. Number two, nowhere in the whole of Telangana were Hindu Muslims or Muslim women, because Muslims also wear Mangalsutra. No one was asked to remove Mangalsutra except at this one center where it happened by this gentleman who is the Mandal Revenue
not added
officer.
to the information of the viewers so far, because all this has been stated. What is the new fact that you are bringing to the table, Mr. Poonawalla?
Because then I leave the show. Let me add, so your viewers know. So the Mandal Revenue Officer who did this, immediately the SP and the local police reached. They corrected him. Exams even in that center were held as per Government of India guidelines, and the girl who they alleged was asked to remove a Mangalsutra, so far till night has not filed a complaint. Now any action can happen if she files a complaint. Even then the TRS government, who I don't support, has launched an inquiry. Now one more thing. I absolutely agree with the other panelists that this is being done by the BJP, and it is being done by the BJP. Why? For two reasons, and hear me out. A, the complainant has not raised the complaint. B, who is the only political party to benefit from Hindu-Muslim? The BJP. Why is it across the country, night after night, Hindu-Muslim is happening? Yes, in one center, in 1,019 centers, some officer acted stupid and acted on his own will. Action was taken, police reached, police helped the Hindu girl. Why is it being made a Hindu-Muslim? It's being made because BJP doesn't want to talk on the economy. It doesn't want to talk on China. It doesn't want to talk on jobs. So they want to take other people's rights. Please, I request through your channel, this Hindu girl, our sister, file a complaint, and I promise you action will be taken even further.
Well, Ishkaran Bhandari, so Tehseen Poonawalla's best argument is that he wants to discuss the economy, and therefore this issue should be ignored. No, so what if somebody was asked to take off their Mangalsutra? So what if somebody was asked to take off their bangles or their anklets? So what? एक ही जगह हुआ था ना, कोई बात नहीं, होने दो, doesn't matter, don't worry, don't bother. बाकी आप चाइना डिस्कस कर लो, अपनी देश की औरतों को डिस्कस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Well, Ishkaran, respond to this.
This is the exact argument of creeping route in which one Hindu is killed, big deal. 2 Hindus are killed, big deal. Then 5,000 Hindus are killed, big deal. That is the logic when you say it happened only in one place, so it is not a big deal. Every incidence of crime or of illegality is a big deal in itself. Let us be very clear on that position. Let us stop brushing things under the carpet. The simple logical position can only be that a Hindu girl and a Muslim girl has to be treated in the same manner. And unfortunately, that secularism has been perverted in India. Even if it is a case of only in one center, as the spokesman from the political party says, then that one person who did it, there has to be an action on him. It cannot be mere condemnation. It has to be action taken on that person for making a girl remove her Mangalsutra, so that it does not spread to other centers. That is the responsibility of the government. Secondly, Tehseen has enough experience to know it is extremely difficult for an ordinary citizen to register complaints if the system is not favorable to registration of complaints. I do not know what is the situation there, but such a thing, I hope a complaint is registered. Even the government and the police has the power to register the complaint on its own. It does not need for a complainant to come and register a complaint. Under the law, they can register it themselves. And as they are saying that the person who asked to remove was the RSS, BJP, then jail him. Very easy for you to investigate and jail him. What stops you? So the nutshell of this is, please take actions. You cannot escape by mere condemnation.
Tehseen wants to respond.
Quickly. To my dear friend Ishkaran, One, the police reached the venue. The police were there, but the superiors reached the venue because the girl complained on the telephone, so they reached there. Number one. So a complaint was made by the girl on the telephone. She didn't.
You're contradicting yourself, my friend.
I'm not. Please.
You're contradicting yourself.
You don't stop, Ishkaran. Allow me to make my points. I'll give you the answer. I'm giving you everything.
भैया आप एक फैक्ट देते हो फिर अगले स्टेटमेंट में अपना ही फैक्ट गलत प्रूव कर देते हो.
तहसीन भाई अपने आप
इसी साइड के बीच में बोलोगे, वहां नहीं बोलोगे, इतना नहीं होता. सुन Ishkaran, hear me out. One, the girl made a phone call. Yeah, Ishkaran, please allow me. One, the girl made a phone call, so the police reached. Upon reaching there, immediately this MRO was asked to not conduct the thing. The police continued to allow these students to come in. That's fact number one. Post this exam, this girl was asked if she wants to register a complaint. She'll go back or whatever, speaking to her parents. Point number three, despite this, the government, as you Ishkaran said, has launched a SOMOP inquiry. Till that time, this Mandal revenue officer will not be allowed to conduct any further exam. Point number four, about Muslim girls in burqa, because I just got a WhatsApp. As per Government of India guidelines issued by the center, burqa women, their photographs and their face is matched with a valid government identity by lady officers, and that was done both in Telangana and is done across India. I hope I've clarified everything. If this girl writes a written complaint, great. If she doesn't, the government has already lodged the complaint and started an inquiry. I hope I've clarified.
Ishkaran.
Yes. Tehseen, I know fact checkers are liked by a certain lobby, but you please don't fact check yourself after 2 minutes. When you spoke the first time, you said there is no complaint. Now you say there is a complaint. So I know fact checkers are loved by a lobby, but you, my dear friend, please don't follow that rule. Don't fact check yourself.
Yes, but let me get in Nighat Abbas before I get Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Nighat Abbas, we are now getting information that this exam center has been blacklisted because the commission of the Telangana State Public Service Commission has made a decision. I want to ask you, the decision gets taken now after the whole matter actually hits social media, becomes a controversy. The exam and all this actually took place on the 16th. No reaction from them. Now when it is raised in the public domain, now somebody is moving somewhat and the state government is still verifying various things. Seems okay to you?
No, this entire incident, Navika ji, it has been created with a propaganda, and the propaganda was to create a mini Pakistan in Telangana. Now what they're doing is just the after effects, because they want to prove their point and they want to kind of put a justification to this entire thing, because they didn't know that this would catch so much fire worldwide also, and not only in the nation, because in a Hindu nation, now what I feel, that the women in our own country, a state like Telangana, Hindu women are not safe. Where is that cadre who apparently used to shout at the peak of their voice that Muslims aren't safe in our country? What about? Aren't you speaking about the Hindu women today? They've been asked to remove their ornaments. I mean, I did not speak over anybody. Allow me to finish. They today asked to remove their ornaments tomorrow.
No, you cannot say that.
Tomorrow, write it down.
Hindu women are not safe. You can't say, because my own family members actually
I believe, however, that even in Pakistan, the state of Hindu women would be better than that is in Telangana.
Our own families are safe here.
Mr. Srinivas, yes, your family members may have attended an exam. We are not talking about other centers or other occasions. We are talking about this particular place. And may I remind our viewers tonight that India had registered an objection with the Pakistan government when Kulbhushan's mother and his wife had gone to meet. They were asked to remove their Mangalsutra and their ornaments, their earrings and their bangles. I want to ask you, if India raised an objection and actually registered their protest with Pakistan, wouldn't Pakistan today be turning around and having a giggle on what's going on within India? I'm asking you in all seriousness. Srinivas ji.
Navika ji, India is actually part of all religions. Navika ji, see, India is part of all religions. We have to live together here. there is no discrimination between one particular section and another section. Telangana is, again I am saying you, it's a part, we follow Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. We adopt that. We live peacefully here. Ever since, please remember, Telangana is the youngest state of this country. We are the 29th. We have achieved so much in last 8 years. And we are still going prosperous. We are going further development. Our farmers are happy. Our, we are one of the largest IT exporters in the country.
Well,
we have created lots of
Dr.
employment for
Trivedi,
the youth.
Are you envious of Telangana's strides and development? Is this why you are raising this so-called issue of Mangalsutra being removed because you are jealous of Telangana's progress? Respond to Mr. Srinivas.
Parties are coming here and they are doing the divisive politics here.
Fact of the matter is that the Hyderabad has become IT center and it was termed as Cyberabad during the Vajpayee government regime when Chandrababu Naidu was with us, and now they are trying to take the credit. At the time it was IT center, now it is become a center
and what is our IT exports
communal
now?
politics.
Sir,
I just want to give two examples. First of the matter is that the fact has been reconceived immediately, but I just want to put two facts. Number one, सिर्फ हैदराबाद में ही वो एग्जाम्पल है जहां पर कि अरब के शेख आके 10-10 साल की मुस्लिम बच्चियों को खरीद के ले जाते हैं. Has anybody raised arm against it? Has anybody put an embargo on those who are coming from Dubai? No. वो तो कुछ नहीं होगा. Because and recently Hyderabad's liberation of Hyderabad, it is a well established chapter of Indian history and known by the name liberation of Hyderabad. Hyderabad Mukti ka Sangram, but you will say unification of Hyderabad, and that too without mentioning any criticism to Nizam. Why you are afraid of putting any criticism to Nizam, who was sympathetic to Pakistan and subsequently one of their persons have gone to Pakistan? तो मुझे बताइए ना, बताइए क्यों नहीं हैदराबाद मुक्ति दिवस कहते? Even Sardar Patel in his own word has said liberation of Hyderabad.
Whatever.
But you are not ready to use the word liberation of Hyderabad from the clutches of Nizam. अब बता दीजिए यहाँ IT important है या legacy of the Nizam is important?
Mr. Srinivas, the questions to you.
Is people of welfare, Telangana people welfare, and Telangana progression, Telangana development is important for us, not like divisive politics. Please note, after 2014, ever since the Telangana
fantastic, then why did this incident take place? Is there an explanation? And I want to ask you, Atiq Ur Rehman. Atiq Ur Rehman, the question here is that is this appeasement something that is so deep within us that every political party somewhere or the other is looking for political dividend, and this kind of appeasement by the Mandal officer, even if it was the Mandal officer who was at fault, somewhere or the other it is in the thought process that the discrimination should be done, then we are addressing one constituency. Has that become part of our DNA when we talk about elections, when we talk about political parties?
Yeah, this I call vulture politics. All political parties want to harp on this communalization, polarization. In the name of religion, they want to garner votes. There cannot be two doubts. But I agree about one of your panelists saying that the logic is very much applicable here. That today, if the ladies are compelled to remove the Mangalsutra, tomorrow they will be compelled to remove the clothes. This one of your panelists said. Is this logic not on the same girls who are compelled in an educational institution? Today they are compelled to remove the hijab, tomorrow it will be their dress. This logic, no panelist has now established this fact. Whether this logic is established here, on this case also,
my friend, allow me to speak.
College girls also.
Yes,
I am glad that you've put up this point. My friend, I am glad that you've put up this point because this is very important. Considering the hijab, now the question arises, like also Sudhanshu said, allow me to speak. You've raised a question. You've raised a question. Allow me to speak, my friend. Allow me to give an answer, my friend. when I am talking about hijab comparing to the ornaments. Hijab when we asked to remove, because that is the place people can hide. Do you know in Bihar a girl denied to remove her hijab and show her earphones if she's wearing earphones? She denied. She denied. She denied. She went back home, chose not to give an examination. That's exactly my question is. But
you
could
the BJP,
women in Mangalsutra hide a earphone?
How your logic changes when the hijab and the Mangalsutra are two very prominent garments
of the ladies and the girls.
Why are we taking this to ridiculous levels? Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, now the equating of the hijab and the Mangalsutra is happening there. Somebody is saying recorders are not allowed and justifying that the Mangalsutra was removed. The other one is saying, by Mangalsutra utara, aaj hijab bhi utarva rahe ho, kal kuch aur utarvaoge. What kind of logic is this?
Navika ji, I would like to give a strictly technical answer to what Atiq Ur Rehman ji has said. Those who are portraying that hijab is the essential part of Islam, though it is not, because I can name 5 prime ministers of the various Muslim countries which have never worn hijab, whether it was let me complete the sentence, sir. But अगर आप उसको मानते हैं तो जानते हैं क्या होगा? उसी रूल में कहा गया है शरिया में कि जिसमें कहा गया हिजाब औरत को पहनना चाहिए और अगर हिजाब उतार दे तो कोड़े पड़ने चाहिए. आप औरतों को उस दिशा में ले जा रहे हैं. यहां अगर आप वो रूल मानेंगे तो पूरा रूल मानना पड़ेगा. फिर तो जो हिजाब उतारेगी उसको कोड़े पड़ना चाहिए. ये तो आप कह रहे हैं जनाब, ये तो आप कह रहे हैं. और जहां पर हिजाब का रूल है, देखिए ईरान में क्या हो रहा है. 100 औरतें मार दी गई. अरे फॉरगेट अबाउट टू लीव दिस और लीव दैट, दे हैव बीन किल्ड and you want to take the country in that direction, sir. I am strictly asking technical. ये बताइए ना, शरिया में जहां पर कहा गया है कि हिजाब पहनना जरूरी है, उसमें कहा गया ना कि हिजाब ना होने पर कोड़े पड़ने चाहिए. बोलिए yes या no. I was not speaking over you. जवाब दो भाई. मैंने सुने.
Atiq Ur Rehman, you know, this country cannot be run by Sharia law. This country cannot be run by Sharia law. While the issue of hijab is still sub judice, I'm not commenting on that as of now. But getting women to remove their Mangalsutras before they enter an examination center, how fair is it? Is this a mindset that comes only because there has been so much of appeasement that's been pumped into our thought process that this question will be asked again and again and again? And what about the discrimination? What about the fact that when it comes to anything that happens anywhere, just as an off chance is made into a victim card allegation by the minority community and political parties representing them? On the other hand, if a woman is forced to remove a Mangalsutra, people are saying, why are you raising one center, one issue? Why are you taking it away from other narratives of the state? Well, the question is, why different yardsticks for different states? That's the real question. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other